finalist indoors as well is Moran.
Pardon? Yeah, that's about a point or two. Too close. 44. 44 be 100%.
So they're just waiting the starters' orders. The men's 3,000 metre B race. And away they go then. 12 of them in this race. The pacer Rob Smite goes to the front real early. He speeds to the front just to get a gap. And now he really does need to check his shoulder and slow it down a little bit because it's pointless in being out there. As I say that, they slot in behind him. And that's Joe Tuffin of Bratt. 8:12 his personal best. So he's in comfortable hands. He's going to slot right in behind Smite. And let's see if they're around about 33 seconds. If they are, they're on pace. The clock has not started, so I'm going to have to try and bring you some manual updates from myself. So we have no clock on this one. So settling in as they should in the 3,000 meters, all single file. And like I said, with that A race, it's one of those events where you've got 15 laps ahead of you indoors, 7.5 outdoors, of course. And after a lap, you're kind of questioning, goodness, can I keep this pace going? And your body finds a way. This is what you train for. This is what you do those grueling, hard intervals for. So nice single file train, Tuffin in there, Moran's in there just towards the back. Goodwin's right in the middle. Jordan Rowe as well in the whites, sitting in around about 4th. We'll get a few names for you out there as well. But there is someone to look out for, and that is John Howarth, who I actually don't believe he's lined up in this one. He was due to be the star of the show in this race, if you like, 3:39, 1,500 metre man. Alex Durant in there, 8:10 personal best. He's a local lad from Sheffield. He's looking pretty comfortable early.
So very little change in the orders. They come round and through the start finish area.
So round they come then. That's going to be 600 done for these gents. In second, Tom Bridger, Cambridge and Coleridge. Well, he's would have just seen Tom Keane. 2:10 at 800. It's a nice split. They're bang on 65s. That's why it's pretty strung out at the moment, and I'm sure many of these are going to find it hard to just keep that going. They've got to keep on it and work together. They can't let any gaps open up. You see Goodwin just fighting hard to just keep that gap at an absolute minimum. That's kind of all you have to do indoors. Just look at the man in front's feet, look at the back of his head, and just say, I can't let this gap open up. I need a draft off you as long as I can. So Bridger there in third as well is Alex Melloy. He looks very comfortable. So the two Cambridge lads, both rocking the Adidas singlets, matching up very nicely. So Bridger, Melloy, Rowe's in there, and Tuffin obviously still technically leading the way in second place. Smike's going to run us through. We now have a clock on board, so this is ideal. We've been through the K. This is around about the 1200 mark, 3:17. Pacer pulls out. And I think Tuffin was hoping for a little bit more from the pacer. Now he's going to have to solo front run this as the gap just opens up to Bridger behind him. Behind him, Melloy as well. Those three have been in these positions the whole way. Jordan Rowe just moves into fourth. He looks pretty smooth again. The gaps are just opening up now. This is where it starts. You start to look at the clock. You start to look at the lap counter a little bit. But Tuffin looking very good.
So we'll be looking for around about 8 to 10 at this pace.
At the moment. So they're on. We're going to get their mile split in just the next lap when they come around. If it's around about 4:20, they're on for inside 8:10. 420 to 425 would be pretty good for these gentlemen. We'll be bang on PB pace. A lot of them in the 18s. So still Tuffin, easing his way around the front, enjoying just curving around these bends, looking very nice and light on his feet. Behind him though, Bridger just grimacing a little bit. Melloy may just sit tight. Look on the back of his teammate and know that he just needs to stick with him. When you train together, you do get that comfort.
In fact, the leader was just put in.
Here we are, yeah, they're just outside 65s. They were 4:23 at the mile. It's still tough in now. Will Melloy just choose to go around his training partner Bridger? We see the grimaces, the pace just faltering, the gaps just open up. There's a little queue of people behind Bridger. He either needs to close that gap or let his training partner come by. Jordan Rowe now following through as well. We got Andy Penney in there, Hercules Wimbledon man. 8:13 his personal best, season's best last year of 8:16. So he looks to be back to his best and in shape as well. But it's tough enough, Brat, and he's been out here all race. Credit to him. He just checks behind now as they come up to 2,000 meters. The last 1,000 of the race. Here comes Penney. He decides enough is enough. Moves round Bridger. And he may even come onto the shoulder of Tuffet. Penney, out of all of them in that chase pack, looks very, very relaxed. Melloy still in third where he's been. 5:28 at 2K. So the big marker for them is 8:10. The standard for the British Athletics Indoor Championships is 8:08. So they're not a million miles off of that either. So here comes Tuffin and Penney. When will they make their move? 800 to go. This is where you gotta kind of keep on it, but not to. And Tuffin pulls out. It's an absolute shock. He's been at the race all front. He looked fairly relaxed and he pulls out almost unchallenged. Penney came on. And you just never know with these athletes. They could even be doing a little mini workout. He could just be getting a bit of a session in. Can he hold 2K at future race pace or something like that? But now it's all down to Penney, Melloy and Jordan Rowe. Jack Goodwin has almost come out of nowhere. Worked himself back up to this lead. Pat Goodwin, he's in the all black. He's in fourth. The Bedfordshire man, the firefighter. And he's going to latch on the back of Jordan Rowe. Brilliant running from Goodwin. Penney looks smooth. 600 to go. Melloy with that loping stride, head back. Jordan Rowe in third as well. Now Goodwin's latched on the back. These four are pretty much away. Bridge is going to try and hold on to them. He's going to have a tough mental battle over this last 500 meters or so. And we're going to come down to 2 laps to go. And for me, Jordan Rowe looks very relaxed in third. What's Penney got left? We saw Whiteman just lose in the final seconds, the final stages of that men's 3,000 meter A race. Will we see a similar thing here? Penney has a yard on Melloy, Rowe and Goodwin. Around about 7:12 with 400 to go. So they're going to be about 8:15. Definitely inside 8:20 for these gentlemen. Here goes Goodwin. Like I said, he's almost come out of nowhere. He was down and out through the halfway mark. He's now moved up. He's going to move into second. And you bet your life he's going to carry on past Penney if I know this young man. Round he goes on Penney. Moves on. Gaps Penney. Can Penney respond? Melloy in second gives chase. And Jordan Rowe. 7:42 at the bell. Goodwin with the 5 meters on Melloy. The Cambridge man, Jordan Rowe. Coming up from Loughborough, Jordan Rowe battling from the mark, but it's all Jack Goodwin. What an effort this has been. He's got the gap. Jordan Rowe's going to give chase. That's surely too big to close. Here comes Goodwin. Gives a little check over his shoulder. In the finish he goes. 8:11, 8:12, 8:13 on the clock. Very good showing. Jordan Rowe, Melloy, Penney, and that is what 3,000 meters can do to you. Bridger in there as well. Fantastic running from these young boys. Elliot Moran, there he is, the Birmingham Uni athlete. He's going to prep for that Bucks indoors a little later on, I'm sure, mid-February. Fantastic. Well, Goodwin did have the fastest personal best behind him, in all fairness, but